Hello guys, and welcome to a Minecraft tutorial. Yay! In this tutorial we are going to before I start. In this tutorial, the reason why I'm doing this is because I got a lot of questions on building Expedition Everest as a tutorial. And I thought of it, but that's just too much. And what I will do, though, is show you how to build terrain. Because I'm assuming that you guys already know how to build, like, a track. I'm going to be showing you how to build, like, a little, not a mountain, but terrain features. So what I have with me is a grass block, a stone block, andesite, and granite. I have all four of these blocks. I'll go ahead and pull it up. You get that one, that one, that one, and that one right there. On Expedition Everest, though, I used for Expedition Everest. Hold on. Actually, I did use that one. Okay, so I used coarse dirt. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for coarse dirt. For those of you that are wanting to build Expedition Everest, here it is. I used this. And I did not use a grass block at all. But since I'm building, more of a hill, we're going to have grass on top. Instead of there being snow on top, there's going to be grass on top. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you want to do first is that if you're going to build Expedition Everest, build the track first. Build the track. I cannot stress this enough. Build the track first. You don't know where the mountain's going to be if you don't build the track first. If you build the mountain, then you might have to destroy like half of the mountain so then the track would fit. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, just please. You'll save so much time if you build the track first. You will. You will save so much time because I ran into that problem before. I built the mountain first and I had to like redo most of the mountain. So build the track first, please. Okay, so let's get started. You want to be as random as possible. So let's say I'm just going to be putting random blocks down. You can copy me as I'm doing this. Like you can pause the video if you want and copy. But you have to be just random in what you're doing. And what I'm doing is that as I'm forming this, I'm forming like a little picture in my head on what I want it to be like. So go ahead and like, plan before you start, building your little hill. Or mountain, whatever you're going to build. So go ahead and start planning before you build. That's truly what you need to do. I spent a little bit of time on planning on what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and like explain to you guys what I'm going to do. Hold on, let me finish this. This is just going to be a really small, hill terrain. So what I'm going to do is that right here, there's going to be like a small little waterfall section. And it's going to lead into a little stream. Almost. Because, you don't want just a hill. You want it to look like that hill is meant to be there. You need to add like features to it. Grass, that's another thing. Add some grass to it. Make it look alive. If you make it look alive, then everything's better. Now to make a cliff face, we're going to do a cliff face on this side. And then we're going to make it sort of, actually, no, scratch that. We're making a cliff face on this side right here because this is where the waterfall is. On this side over here, it's going to be a bit more round going up. And then this side right here, it's going to curve inwards going up. And I'll show you how to do both of those right now. So if you want to make it go round, you're going to not want to, basically, you don't want to do this. Don't build straight up. Don't do that. You're going to want to see, how can I explain this? You see where I put this block? You're going to want to put one block diagonally from it. So just like that. And you're just going to keep doing that. Just build diagonally from the block that you put down. And notice how I have this extra block right here. Like you don't need this block right there. You don't need it. but I recommend it because you have basically you have like a key, because this key will happen is that now that you have this built on top of it, and so you can sort of see the outline of what it would look like now. See how I built on top of it? But now we're going to go ahead and change blocks. The reason why I told you to do that is because we're going to put stone where it's supposed to be at, where you're supposed to put grass at. So let's put stone there. And now it looks like this. It looks starting to look pretty natural. So let's go ahead and cover the stone. Like, you're gonna cover it. You see how it's like I'm covering it almost, but just leaving the top open? That's what you want to do. You want to cover it. Go ahead and cover it just like that. And now build like that. And then the parts where you have this, where it's blank like the grass, go ahead and put grass there. So now it's starting to form into a little small mountain, or hill, you should say. So now you want to go back to grass. Go ahead and cover it up with grass. Just little parts, because you want little patches of stone. You don't want the whole thing to be stone. You want little patches of it here and there, because that's what like makes it pop. It makes it look alive. So now you did that. Let's go ahead. Let's make a little tunnel right here. Why not? So let's go ahead and take this off and build ourselves a little cave system. I was actually planning on just doing the mountain, not a cave system. Now you guys are going to get a tutorial on how to do a cave system. Alright, so here's how you do a cave system now. Holy crap. Actually, you know what? We'll save this for another tutorial. This will be the mouth of our cave. Because caves are a bit different. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's keep those grass. Caves are different. Alright, so now since we have a cave, we have to keep that in mind, because there has to be an entryway. So let's take that off. Alright. So now we have a little entrance to our cave right here. You can do the cave if you want, you don't have to. So now let's continue with our build. So the reason why now we're all using grass is because we're getting to the top. And the top of it will in fact have leaves or grass. It'll have grass on top of it. So let's continue on the top. And it's going to look fairly flat on the top, so don't worry, I'm going to be making it more like round, because right now we're just at a diagonal, and it's kind of boring, which is why I have these two blocks, and I'll explain how to use these two later. But for now, we just need to build the base of our hill. So let's continue on to this side right here. Now, I build my hills and mountains hollow. If you don't build them hollow, I mean, that's a lot of work. Good luck on that. You can build a hollow all you want. I'm just going to go ahead and build it, or not hollow. I'm building it hollow, okay? You can build it however you want, pretty much. I'm just showing you how I build my mountains and hills and stuff. How to make things look natural. That's pretty much all I'm doing. So right here, I remember explaining that I'm doing a waterfall. And I want this waterfall to have only like one block. Like, I don't want the whole thing to be a waterfall. I don't want that, because that doesn't look necessarily natural. I want almost like a stream running waterfall, almost, because this is just a hill. If this was a mountain, it'd be different. I might have like a larger waterfall depending on the terrain I have. This all just depends on the terrain you have. Actually, I'm working really fast. Let me slow down. Let me slow down on the gas pedal. Okay. I'm just so used to building mountains. Okay, so now you're going to want to add more patches of stone to it. So put a little patch like here and there. Let's build up this way and that way right there. And this would be perfect because our cave is actually right here. So we can have like a little window right here for our cave. But that's for later. Later ideas. Later ideas. Okay, so now since we're going to be building our waterfall, you don't necessarily want too much stone for a waterfall. The reason I think is because I know that, you know, if there was, you know, an actual waterfall, it'd be mostly stone because, you know, it would wash everything away. But I just, the grass looks better. That's just my opinion. So here's our little waterfall, just right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and fill everything up. Whoops. Okay, cool. So now we have our little waterfall, just right there. Perfect. And over here, we'll probably put some flowers and stuff, but that's for later. Right now, we're going to continue onto this side over here. So as you're sort of going this direction, basically paint. I don't know how to explain it. You just gotta paint. See? There you go. That looks pretty natural so far. I mean, it's not the best. It could be better. But I don't have any details in it yet. I don't have any details. This is just the basics. So let's go ahead and actually start putting in details so you guys actually like see what it would look like. Okay, so let's go down here and let me show you what you would need. So go ahead and pick out like your favorite flower. My favorite flower is the blue orchid in this game. And then pick out a large fern and I want to say lilac or rose bush. We'll go with rose. Okay, cool. So now let's go ahead and take these off. And hold on. Alright, cool. Rose bush and that right there. And then we'll put my favorite flower right there. And then we're gonna need some lily pads for down here. And you don't want too much. You don't want to overdo it. If you overdo it, then it would look much. But that's perfect right there. So now you're going to want bone meal, which is right here. And you're going to want to go ahead and cover some stuff. Just cover it up. Alright, cool. Look at that. It's starting to look like a hill, almost. Or just a natural feature. You can honestly do whatever you want. Because what I do is that I would build like these little hills and I'd put little hobbit holes in them. You know, where like the hobbits live and stuff. That's just what I do. And so now let's go ahead and start building upward. Let's build the top. So now that we have our base done, let's go ahead and get the top of the mountain done. Or not mountain, hill. So now we need to start flattening out. You need to almost just completely like build it flat, but not too fat. Like you want to do like 2 blocks and then you go up. That's how I do it. 2 blocks and then up. 2 blocks and then up. That's how I do it. And then when you're working on a diagonal like this, it's just 2 blocks. See, 1, 2. And then that one's just a 1, which that's okay, because then this one is 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. That's what goes on in my head. Like I'm going too fast for you guys. I'm sorry. But that's how I would build like the top of it, because it starts to flatten out on the top. So now let's go ahead and build the entire top. Almost the entire top. And I know that you guys are probably asking, what about this side? What about this side? Well, not yet. Hold on. 1 second. Uno momento. One thing at a time. Okay. So on the top, I want to put a couple of oak trees on the top. But I don't want like that giant oak tree that would just come up out of nowhere, like this one right here. I don't want like something like that giant of a thing to like suddenly spawn on top of here. So we're just gonna use birch, or at least I'm gonna use birch. You can use oak trees. Just warning you, if it's incredibly huge, good luck taking it down. You're gonna need like a bunch of TNT. So I'm gonna put some birch trees around it, and then let's put some bone meal around it. Honestly, you don't want too much grass though. You just want just enough. See, that looks perfect. That actually looks really good with birch. I like birch. And then we have our little hill right there. So let's put another birch tree right here. Come on. Come on. Oh, crap. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, you're not even going to work, are you? No, you're just going to be stubborn. That's cool. We're just going to expand this out a bit then. Just like that. So then I can have my birch here. Perfect. And now let's expand it out just a little bit more. Alright, cool. I got my birch right there. Now let's put some birch trees around it. Again, nature is beauty. Make it beautiful. Plant trees. Save the world, kids. Come on. The more natural you get, the better it looks. Because right now, I think it looks pretty good. So this is going to be the end of this tutorial. Next tutorial will be the other side over here. So far it's looking pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. And if you guys like this type of, video of me just showing you how to do random stuff, go ahead and tell me in the comments below, because then I'll keep doing videos like this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and part 2 will come out it might come out next week. I think it'll come out next week or this week. It depends. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!